I was reading today that the biggest farmland owner in America is Bill Gates. Well, why is he the biggest? Why is he the biggest in Brazil? Why isn't the biggest in Argentina? Why? Because they don't have property rights like they have in America. A lot of big wealth goes into buy because they have the feeling, the tangible private property rights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's spot on, Frank. Private property rights or basic human rights. Luckily, I live in Louisiana. We are based on common law. And if you guys don't know this, there's a reason why dictators hate Bitcoin, because they hate private property. Dictatorships hate private property. But Frank, that was spot on. We got another question just came in.
But I want to add to that. One of the things is that in Amsterdam, what I see is that I used to get this from the gold world, the gold bugs. Those who complain the most about the government were gold bugs that actually own none or little gold. They just didn't like the government, and that's flawed, because you need government. Which what really happens, and where gold is an important asset class, is, and based on all our studies, is that there will always be imbalances between monetary and fiscal policy. It doesn't matter if in America, Democrats and Republicans, there will always be these imbalances. And the greater the imbalance, the greater the importance of decentralized assets like Bitcoin and gold. These are alternative asset classes. They are decentralized, and they're an important part. So these imbalances we can see in Europe, we can see by different countries. So how do I explain this? It's a binary model. Government policies are monetary or fiscal. Monetary is interest rates and money supply. Fiscal is tax and spend and regulations. So if there's an imbalance here, that will show up in a weaker currency. A weaker currency makes Bitcoin go up in value. A weaker currency makes gold go up in value in that country's currency. So it's all about the imbalances between government policies, and sometimes there's just a lag between the implementation of an idea. But what we've seen this century is not only has gold far outperformed the S&P 2-1, and Bitcoin's outperformed every asset class, has been this idea of MMT, modern monetary theory, the idea of just printing money to get through every challenge and difficulty. And the greater that MMT has been practiced, the greater the imbalance, the greater the value and importance for old asset class models of using gold. The largest hedge fund manager in the world is Bridgewater. It's Ray Dalio, and Ray Dalio owns gold, and he'll go from 10 to 25% in his parity trading. So he understands gold as an asset class, and he says Bitcoin is like a Mozart symphony. It's so beautifully designed, and it's one of those alternative asset classes. So I think that Larry Fink said a couple of weeks ago that when people become fearful globally, they run to U.S. treasuries, then they run to gold, and now they run to Bitcoin. So they go to three of them all combined, which fit into alternative asset classes.